So what's going on, everybody? I am back with yet another video, and this time we're going to be talking about the infamous killer. I meant to say Alec Baldwin. He finally earned his teardrop. He finally earned his black teardrop because he dropped somebody. And I've been hearing this all over social media for the last couple days. And a lot of websites clear him of any wrongdoings, but due to his excessive years of having anger issues, and he just a rageaholic, him and Daniel Baldwin. Is it Daniel Baldwin? Because it's a whole bunch of them. But anyways, he always had anger issues, as well as his other brother. I don't know if it's Daniel or not Billy, because Billy Baldwin is a Christian now. But he always struck me as a rageaholic, and he prided himself on that. Y'all know that's kind of like almost damn near his shtick. You know, that's almost what he is known for. When he was on Celebrity Apprentice, you know, he had rage issues there. Not saying that he intentionally did it, but I think somebody set up the woman. Oops. I'm not going to go down that conspiracy rat hole just yet, but I believe something was far, far stranger going on. So we head here, right? And they've been talking about that a crew member yelled "cold gun" as he handed Alec Baldwin a prop weapon. Now that's what a court document shows. And all over, website after website after website, there's talking about this. You know? So let's delve into this one. And see, I don't know how accurate the BBC News is about the stuff, because some websites tend to add more to the story than need to be. And so I just don't know. So they're talking about this. Wow. And what I don't understand is that if somebody yell "cold gun" before handing it to me, and yet I'm just firing and firing. I mean, I'm quite sure that Alec Baldwin owns a weapon of some kind at his home. You don't understand the recoil? The recoil of a loaded gun, it got enough power to push your elbow forward. Not elbow, but your shoulder backwards. And that's just with a small handheld gun. We ain't talking about a shotgun where you have to actually make sure that you hold it in a specific position. So I'm like figuring that after he felt the recoil, he was still shooting. The director accidentally got hit by the ricochet bullet. The woman was dead. I think she was dead on the scene. I just don't understand it. And I have been hearing about this for the last couple days, and I'm like really baffled. And they were talking about a prop gun fired by Alec Baldwin contained a live single round, says latest Local 44, my mistake, IATSC. And they said the incident took place October 21st at the Bonanza Creek Ranch in Santa Fe County. It is under investigation. So we're going to zoom in. Now, they were talking about following Local 44's Friday email, which described the gun fired by Alec Baldwin as being loaded with a live single round. There remains a lack of clarity around what kind of projectile was in the gun. Citing a source close to Local 44, the Los Angeles Times reported that the Union is unaware of what projectile was in the gun fired by Baldwin. The source pointed out that live is an industry term that refers to a gun loaded with material such as blank in preparation for filming. Local 44 did not return IndieWire's request for a comment. And here's another annoying advertisement. So basically, it's just all over the place. And another thing that strikes me as odd is that why there were no kind of ballistics experts on set. Their job is to make sure something like this don't happen. That's a ballistics expert job, because I was watching a documentary, and there was this movie that required some shooting, and there was a ballistic expert who said that his job is to maintain the safety of the gun, because it actually be real guns. What it is the rounds. The rounds that's inside the chamber are blanks. So they either filled with powder or nothing at all, I'm thinking. But I know a blank is not supposed to do any kind of damage. So I'm figuring out why they didn't have one on set, which they did not. They didn't even have one on set. Wow, he fired a prop gun that killed cinematographer Halia Hutchins and injured the director. Wow. Now, what the hell kind of shooting in this movie Rust that was supposed to be going on? Is it supposed to be a Western? And then who the hell making Western in 2021? That's just my ideas. That's just my thoughts. They were saying the sheriff's office received a 911 call reporting the incident at 1:50 p.m. Mountain Time. An ABC News broadcast scanner audio in which someone could be heard reporting that we have a person who was shot accidentally. The production company issued its initial statement on Thursday afternoon saying there was an accident today on the New Mexico set of Rust involving a misfire of a prop gun with blanks. That in itself is strange. Now, there's been wild conspiracy theories as to how the woman got fired on. And some was saying that it was a protest that was being staged. She didn't have anything to do with it. They said she was the last person to leave. She stayed behind, and they claiming that it was some kind of protest that was staged against movie productions or something like that. But I know that she didn't have anything to do with it. What I'm trying to figure out is, why was she killed for? I'm not a real big major channel, so I'm not really worried about YouTube algorithm, because I was hearing that certain channels have to make sure you don't say any word about this and that. You have to really kind of like make sure you word your terms a certain way. You got to abbreviate your terms or use a different kind of Discord name. But I'm not worried, because the words is already up here unless I blur it out. So let's check out this website. So they're trying to find out who's responsible for Alec Baldwin firing this prop gun, killing Halia Hutchins. Wow. Now, they were saying that normally in a shooting death, the person pulling the trigger is the primary wrongdoer. Others may encourage, facilitate, assist, or even cover up the crime. But generally, the law primarily punishes the one who did the actual shooting. The case of Alec Baldwin may be one of the most rare exceptions in which the person shooting a gun may be the least responsible party. Why? Because this may be an unusual situation where the person who pulled the trigger of a loaded firearm reasonably believe they were not pulling the trigger of a loaded firearm. It's just something always been up about this guy. You know? Yeah, I give him the benefit of the doubt that he probably didn't know. But god damn it, man. If you just, the recoil itself from a loaded gun, you could tell that's not no damn blank. You know? I'm quite sure when he was pulling it, he said, damn, she a good actress. because she fell on cue, blood coming out of her mouth. Damn, she needed an Oscar. And he just kept shooting. I think after about the second or third shot, he probably said, oh crap. Dropped the gun because it was smoking by then. Now they claim it contained one live single round. And when he shot the bullet, it hit the actress or the cinematographer. It killed her, and the bullet then ricocheted and hit the director, landing him in the hospital where he had to undergo emergency surgery. He's been out of the hospital now, I think, for about a day now, a day or two. So he only shot one time, but that was one time too many. I just find it odd. And every time I turn around, at first I was like, what in the world is going on? I went on Facebook and I seen that, and I thought it was so strange. He didn't know. I give him the benefit of the doubt that he probably did not know that it was loaded. But somebody else did, who handed him the gun, because like I say, y'all didn't have any kind of ballistics experts on set to maintain the safetyness and well-being of the gun, because one of the experts said that a lot of the guns that you see on movie sets be actual. They be in fact actually real guns. Like he was saying that instead of the real bullets being inside of the live gun, they use dummies or blanks. You know, so it's act as like a big useless weapon. When in fact, sometimes, even if you get debris like dust, a buildup of pollen, or not a buildup of pollen, but if you get a buildup of dust or anything, it could cause the gun to misfire, and all that dirt and all that dust build up, it can actually cause a misfire. That's why a lot of people clean their weapons or clean their guns, you know, because of several incidences of misfiring. Wow. Now, what about this site here? I don't know how people feel about Fox 8. This is not one of my favorite sites to go to, but we just going to jump around from time to time and see what everybody was saying. Film crew voiced complaints before fatal shooting on set of Alec Baldwin movie, right? Wow. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to click. I have an ad blocker, but I don't feel like turning that on right about now. They said an assistant director, Dave Halls, grabbed a prop gun off of a cart at a desert movie ranch and handed it to Baldwin during the Thursday rehearsal for the Western film called Rust, according to court records made public Friday. Cold gun, Halls yelled, declaring that the weapon didn't carry live rounds and was ready to fire, which is dumb. It doesn't carry live rounds, but yet it was ready to fire. Nobody tested out, but it wasn't. When Baldwin pulled the trigger, he unwillingly killed 42-year-old cinematographer Hayla Hutchins and wounded director Joel Souza, who was standing behind her inside a wooden chapel-like building. A 911 call that alerted authorities to the shooting at the Bonanza Creek Ranch outside Santa Fe hints at the panic on the movie set. As detailed in a recording released by Santa Fe County Regional Emergency Communications Center. We had 2 people accidentally shot on the movie set by a prop gun. We need help immediately. Script supervisor Mamie Mitchell, that name, Mamie Mitchell told an emergency dispatcher, "We were rehearsing and it went off and I ran out. We all ran out." The dispatcher asked if the gun was loaded with a real bullet. "I cannot tell you. We have 2 injuries," Mitchell replied. And this blank ad assistant director that yelled at me lunch asking about revisions. He's supposed to check the gun. He's responsible for what happens on the set. Halls did not immediately return phone and email messaging seeking comments. The Associated Press was unable to contact Hannah Gutierrez, the film's armorer, as several messages sent to production companies affiliated with Rust did not receive responses Friday. So, I don't get this. I don't give a damn about him. This one right here, Brian Landry's parents, I don't give a damn about him. But anyways, this is supposed to be a Western. So now Alec Baldwin got to live with that teardrop he got, because he didn't know that he was going to off somebody. But whoever gave him the loaded cold gun did. Now they will talk about Santa Fe Area District Attorney Mary Carmack outweaves. The hell is that? Said prosecutors are reviewing evidence in the shooting and did not know if charges would be filed. Baldwin, who's 63, is known for his roles in 30 Rock and The Hunt for Red October, and his impression of former President Donald Trump on Saturday Night Live, has described the killing as a tragic accident. He was a producer of Rust. There are no words to convey my shock and sadness regarding the tragic accident that took the life of Hayla Hutchins, a wife, a mother, deeply admired colleague of ours. I'm fully cooperating with the police investigation. Baldwin wrote on Twitter, "My heart is broken for her husband, their son, and all who know and loved Hayla." Production on Rust was halted after the shooting, and the movie is about a 13-year-old boy who is left to fend for himself and his younger brother following the death of their parents in the 1880s Kansas, according to the Internet Movie Database website. Before the fateful rehearsal, there were reports of some problems on the set. 7 crew members walked off several hours before Hutchins was killed to express their discontent with matters that range from safety conditions to their accommodations, according to one of the crew members who left. The disputes began soon after filming began in early October, said the crew member, who requested anonymity because he feared speaking up will hurt his prospects for future jobs. You know damn well that ain't what it is. You knew speaking out, you'll probably end up like that lady. Let's be real. So, the crew was initially housed at a courtyard by Marriott in Santa Fe. According to the crew member, they were told that going forward, they would be housed at the budget Coyote South Hotel. Some crew members balked at staying there. The Los Angeles Times and Variety also reported on the walkout. Rust Movie Productions did not answer emails Friday and Saturday seeking comments. I'm going to see that movie. I'm going to see that movie. Damn, Alec Baldwin. You are going to make me see that movie. And when I was reading that script, of course, I was reading in Alec Baldwin's voice. Wow. So, my boy got his teardrop, and he earned it, because that's just his voice. I didn't mean to shoot her, but I probably was raging out that day, and I felt the recoil of the gun. I didn't think nothing of it. I'm like, damn, that woman can really act her ass off. You know, but it kind of dawned on me. I said, why is she spitting up blood like that? Damn. Yep. Welcome to the game. You got your blood tear. You got your teardrop player. So, how does it feel to take a life? You always had a history of anger issues, and I don't blame you for what happened. But at the same time, if your career wasn't shrouded in controversy, you know, then I wouldn't have thought that you had anything to do with it. I wouldn't have really thought nothing of it. But like I say, he has a history of problematic run-ins with the press, paparazzi, other actors, just anybody. And so when I heard that, I immediately just seen that, hey, very unfortunate incident. Damn. Alec Baldwin to Instagram commenter. Shut the fuck up and mind your own business. I'm going to check that page out before I end this video. I don't want to join nobody's advertising. So anyways, Alec Baldwin to Instagram commenter. Shut the fuck up and mind your business. The actor and his wife are offering no further explanation about the birth of a child number 6, just 6 months after the birth of their 5th. Why is I reading this one? This ain't, well, this don't have anything to do with the killing. So, my fault. So, that's my video I made about Alec Teardrop Baldwin and his accidental killing of a cinematographer, Hayla Hutchins. I'm not going to say make sure you RIP because I really didn't know her. People get smoked every day. It just happens that she got smoked by a celebrity. I was your host, Priceless Bro. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching my video. Until next time, everybody, peace and continue to have a good one. Like I say, I'll be back with a video probably sometime this week. Sorry I've been lazy when it comes to producing videos and everything like that, but YouTube is like a big ocean, and I put out there what I can from time to time. All right, everybody, later.